Hey everybody, it's Nicholas Ashbaugh. Welcome to a very special bonus video. This one is specifically for the Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. We're going to be taking a look at the energy of love and relationships. I'm doing this for all of the elements, all of the signs. So take a look in the description and also the pinned comment below, and you can find all the relevant links there. Let's go ahead now and take a look at the energy for the month of July. And again, this is very special because I don't normally do relationship-centric readings, but based on all of your feedback, you said you'd like to see it. So ask and you shall receive. Let's see what's coming through, Earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. All right, Taurus, we're going to begin with you. We have the Five of Wands. I want to start off with those that are already in a relationship. The Five of Wands represents the work that you put in to make a relationship what it is. And there is work, but we can look at this as collaboration, cooperation, and really helping support and lift each other up. That's part of the Five of Wands. What sometimes it can sort of devolve into, though, is competition, fighting for getting what you want, and forgetting about the common interests. Go to the root of the word relationship. It's to relate to each other. Your challenge is going to be about how to be most strategic in getting what you want and helping your partner get what they want, and figuring out how to sometimes meet in the middle. So I love that we see the strategy element to this. And I also love that in this one, unlike the traditional Five of Wands, they're not necessarily duplicating efforts. They're not trying to show each other up. This is a time to really just make sure that you can work well with one another. So good communication, sharing and distribution of responsibilities and energy, that's going to be so important. Basically just both sides doing the best to pull their weight. I think if you can do that this month, it's going to be good. Some of you may be putting too much energy into work, and this is sort of the partner saying, don't forget about me. And it may also just be this feeling of being overwhelmed. And so in this case, you really want to work together. There's usually an opportunity to be more effective or more efficient whenever this card comes through. So see if there isn't a place where you can help each other out a little bit more. Okay? For those of you that are looking for love this month, the same thing that I just mentioned there about working a lot, it comes through for you too. So if you're single and looking, make sure that you are making enough time for basically just self-care, that you are looking for opportunities for fun, for play, for socializing. And the way that you might meet someone might be through a work contact, might be through a professional network. It might also be through, for those of you that volunteer or do something of service, it could come through there as well. There also is a little bit of a fatigue element to this, or we're looking so much at like making it work. The interesting thing with relationships and love is there should be a spontaneity to it. There should be a sense of enjoyment to it. So my message for those that are single and looking is take the work out. Simply show up, be open to it, and then allow for other types of relationships to enter in. You might be trying too hard to create a friendship or a love interest or something like that. Let's just kind of celebrate the organic nature of things. And if it's not showing up when you want it to, that doesn't mean that it won't show up at all. So don't get disappointed. Have some fun. Try to take the work piece out of this, and I think that you'll be in a better space there. Okay? So that's the energy coming through for Taurus. And now we're going to move along from Taurus to Virgo. Virgo, we got another 5 card coming through. It's interesting, 5, 5, 10. I've been noticing triptychs and sort of how all of these work together for all the elements, which is fun. For you, it's a very different card. It's really focused on communication. And the good news with respect to communication is that it looks like there's some improvements across the board. Let's begin with those of you that are already in an existing relationship, Virgo. What we have coming through here is the ability to basically listen better, empathize better, and know when and or if to sort of fight a good fight. Because in the upright position, this is not an optimal card. It can show that there could be a tendency for you and or your partner to have communication misfires, misunderstandings usually. Sometimes there can be a lack of accountability or a desire to point fingers and say, well, it's your fault. No, it's your fault. Or you said this. And it's basically things fall apart. So one thing here that we want to do is elevate the communication, look face to face, speak heart to heart, and be as affirmative and positive as possible. Also recognizing that you can't fix broken pieces in your partner, you can't fill in missing pieces either. This is really a chance for both of you to work on yourselves, to support one another. And you may find that it's helpful to have an agreement, like if you're listening to each other, to actively listen and say, do you need my empathy? Do you need my advice? Do you want me just to hold some space? Because there are different types of listening. Not everyone wants to hear what they should do. So sometimes it's just a chance to say, I love you and I'm sorry you're going through this. You don't have to fix it. You don't have to advise it. There's other people in their life that can do that, and it may free you up to have a healthier relationship, to not step in and have to fill that role, okay? Virgo, for those of you that are looking for love this month, this is also auspicious. This is the inner voice, sometimes represented by two different versions of yourself, light and shadow, that are kind of whispering in. So what you're finally overcoming is the voice that would say you can't have this or this isn't possible, where you're never able to win because your own standards and expectations are so high. So you're basically kind of, instead of amping yourself up, you're deflating yourself. So I'm happy that many of you are starting to work on focusing on the affirmative thoughts like, I can do this, I deserve this opportunity for love and happiness. The fact that this person is here is a reminder that like energy attracts like energy. So if I like them and they like me, there's something to like, there's something to love. So that's actually the message from Spirit this month, is imagine and believe that you are lovable, you are deserving, that this is good, that you can create this, and those thoughts manifest. And when good things happen, say thank you. And know that the universe is stepping in to affirm that there's more to come with that. When it comes to overall communication, a lot of what we talked about with existing partnerships can also hold true here, which is, especially like on a first date or initial interactions, try to hold back on judgment. Realize that people may not be asking for permission, advice, or any sort of feedback on certain things. You're just having a conversation. So listen, hold space, ask if they actually want feedback, and then never be overly critical about yourself or someone else. Just sort of breathe and be present and try to enjoy the interactions a bit more, maybe than you have in the past. And I'm not seeing a particular type of person that might be coming in. I'm just seeing improvements on communications and more acceptance in allowing people in. And that is the first step in personal satisfaction as well as more relationship harmony. All right, moving on now to Capricorn. We have the 10 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Pentacles is reversed, but it's still a really auspicious card. Let's begin for Capricorn that are already in a loving relationship. What we have here with the 10 of Pentacles is something unconventional, something unplanned, something unpredictable. So the upright version shows what society or others or even you had planned out for yourself. This represents tradition. And then we see something underneath that is still being built. The rings of time are represented by the rings of the tree here, and you get to decide when, if, or how all of these elements show up. Friends, family, work, money, it's up to you. That's the first message here. It's between you and your partner. So society, parents, and even your own expectations sometimes come in and they overshadow the fact that something beautiful could be happening. So allow things to take place in their own timeline and allow yourself to kind of create your own path. It doesn't have to fit into a cookie cutter of what's expected for you. If you're with someone right now, I get a sense of commitment. Some of you may be trying to rush a timeline when it comes to like, it's time to get a better job or start a family or do something that's going to protect our future, because that's all of the things that are part of this. So having serious conversations heart to heart, but remembering that it should come from a place of mutual interest and respect, not what's expected, not simply to make a grandparent, parent, or society happy. It's the two of you. You're building and creating your own script. It's unwritten. Each day is unwritten, and you get a chance to decide and devise your own plan, okay? And then it also is sort of like for richer or poorer, and for better or for worse, because those rings of the tree represent years that are really good and some years that are a little bit more difficult. So as you're sorting out this relationship, it feels like you do have what it takes, but it is about making sure that you're doing it for each other, not to please the world at large. Okay, so that's the main message there. All right, for Capricorn that are looking for love this month, the Ten of Pentacles is a very positive card, even in the reverse state. With the reverse state, however, it is saying that for some of you, things could get serious quickly, or you're looking to make things happen quickly. So what I would say is make sure that you don't feel rushed and your partner doesn't feel rushed. It's understandable that some of you may be looking for some of the family elements and some of the stability that the Ten of Pentacles holds, but there still has to be a heart-to-heart connection. And if we were just to look again at what's on the table here, there's an emphasis overall to pull back a little bit and not make it so. So again, with Taurus, don't make it so much work. With Virgo, the communication should be a little bit easier. And for this, there has to be a sense of just having fun with one another. There's going to be a lifetime of partnership and work with people if you're going to take it to the next level. But at the very beginning, there should be a heart-to-heart connection. You should be able to have some fun, and you should know that there's friendship at the core of everything. And if that exists, then the sky's the limit. How could you meet someone this month, Capricorn? Oddly enough, through work. Through work, social spheres, and also any sort of activities that you might be doing, whether it's something that might be faith-based or some sort of volunteer work or something in the community. By getting involved and connecting with others, that network can then also connect you to their network, and within that network might be somebody. So this is a great time to meet people, but the main thing that I'm picking up on for those of you that are single and looking is to pull back a little bit from trying to focus so much on the commitment piece. Get to know the person, make sure that the friendship is there, and I feel like everything's going to take off in its own time if you allow for that. Okay? I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, and in the comments below, let me know what resonated. Let me know what other types of videos you'd like to see, because the fact that many of you asked for a relationship reading is why I'm doing this. I read every single comment and I appreciate it. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great one, and remember that I'll be doing this for all 4 elements, all 12 signs, so look below for the links. Both Apollo and I wish you all the best. I'll see you soon. Take care.